Hello children, today we are starting our new chapter, chapter number 4, recording of transactions part 2. Till now we have studied that all the business transactions which are calculated in terms of money are recorded in books of accounts. And the first book of account is journal entry, and then all the journal entries are posted in ledger accounts, and all separate accounts are maintained for each and every transaction. We have also studied about the system of accounting, that is single entry system and double entry system, and we are following double entry system accounts. In this chapter, the new here our topic is recording transactions which are of cash, or which are based on cash payments or cash receipts, and the transactions which are on credit basis. So here is the explanation. All the business transactions are first recorded in the first book, that is known as journal, and next ledger accounts. But with the expansion of business, after expanding business, the transactions also becomes large, and it is very difficult to maintain all the accounts for a businessman. So he categorized the accounts on the basis of the nature of transactions, means whether it is cash transactions or credit transactions, or there is returns. There are returns also, sales return, purchase returns. So the accounts which are maintained in these books, these are known as subsidiary books or helping books of accounts, and it includes cash book, purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, sales return book, bills payable book, and bills receivable book. How we start with cash book. Cash book, as its name indicates, cash. All cash transactions are recorded in cash book. So it is very easy to maintain or to calculate at a particular time how much cash is received or paid during a particular time period by the businessman. So that's why these books are known as subsidiary or helping books of accounts. So in cash book, all cash transactions are recorded, whether relating to cash receipts and cash payments. And types of cash books are, there are three types of cash book: single column cash book, double column cash book, and petty cash book. In single column cash book, as from its name we can easily understand, single column of amount. It has only one column of amount on each side of a cash book. So its name is single column cash book, and its format is just like a normal ledger account. Then double column cash book. In this type of cash book, there are two columns of amount on each side. Each side means on debit side and credit side. One column is for cash and the other for bank transactions, because in business, in the normal course of business, bank transactions are also very large. So format of double column cash book is here. It is given date, particulars. In the place of particulars we can write receipt, because it is cash account and all cash receipts and payments are recorded. So that's why we can write receipts in debit side and payments in credit side, and rest all the columns are same: LF, cash, and bank. Here two amount columns are given: cash and bank. Again on the credit side, date, payments, LF, cash, and bank. Now third one is petty cash book. Petty cash book is maintained for small amounts of recurring nature, to record small amounts of recurring nature expenses. Those expenses which are of recurring nature, and or we can say day-to-day expenses, and which are very small in amount, all those expenses are recorded in petty cash book. And the format of petty cash book is this: amount received, first column amount received, then date, then particulars, and after particulars voucher number, then amount paid, then all these columns of different expenses. If there is postage, then one column is for postage, one column is for stationery, one is for telegram or telephone charges, then printing. Or we can combine these columns also, like printing and stationery, postage and telephone charges, traveling charges. These can be grouped also. So this is the format of petty cash flow.